Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, honey. My name is Letitia Campbell. I'm your number one email marketing strategist, CEO, and founder of the Campbell Success Network, and the creator of my Emailpreneur Tribe, which is where I teach, train, and coach my clients on how to secure the bag through email marketing. Listen, y'all, my allergies are acting up. That's why I didn't put no makeup on today because I'm just going to wipe it off after blowing my nose 50 times. My allergies are acting up today. Shout out to all my replay viewers. Go ahead and type in hashtag replay. We're going to get into this conversation because I do get asked this question from time to time from people where they are going through the valley when it comes to growing their email lists, right? And they're seeing there's a dip in sign up. So you're probably just getting started with email marketing. You're just getting started with growing your email list, and you don't understand why people are not signing up for your email list, right? And so you're sitting back and you're asking yourself this question: Is email marketing where it's at? Should I be growing my email list? And you're getting discouraged, right? You're listening to all these other people who are telling you to just post 50 times a day, and you're lost. I feel like as women, we go through that several times in business because either we are seeking microwave success, or we're going through so much in our lives that are in our personal lives that we're internalizing it into our businesses. And I want to pause on that for a second because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody right now. I feel like I'm even speaking to myself, right? Is that sometimes you can be going through a season in your business and you have a goal, right? Or you create a routine for yourself. You saw some success with it, but at certain times you see a little dip. And then you're looking at your personal life and you're like, well, there's a lot of issues and trials and tribulations going on in my personal life. And you're probably telling yourself, well, I'm going through this season of challenge, if you will, in my personal life. And you're internalizing it into your business. And if any of you are going through that currently right now, I strongly encourage you to say this to yourself over and over again, that the storm is not always going to last. I feel like somebody needs to hear this because I was telling this to myself today. The storm is not going to last. You could be going through a season of storm in your life, right? Where there's so much going on and there's so much uncertainty and there's so much craziness going on. And you think that this is what is always going to be. But I'm here to tell you on this lovely, 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 lovely Wednesday morning that the storm is not going to last forever. Okay, so y'all stay prayed up. But yes, we're going to get into this conversation today. I want to help a lot of y'all out when it comes to growing your email list. Because one of the things that one of my mentors, Ryan Serpin, says, he says, if you want to convert people, you got to build leads. You have to build leads, right? If you want to generate more sales, you got to grow that email list. All right, y'all, give me a second, guys. I want to drop some links here in the chat for you guys. You guys know that I do a training called the AI for Email Marketing. Okay, you learn something new every time you register. I won't be doing my training this week because, y'all, it's spring break for my kids. Okay, my kids are not in school this week. Y'all, I've been struggling. Y'all see my face? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay, I'm really, really tired, y'all. Like, I had y'all know I got 5 kids, right? Last week was my son Warren's birthday. Yesterday was Aurora's birthday. Tired. I'm like, why did I give birth to these kids back to back? Why did I spread it out a little bit? Because I'm tired. Y'all, listen, I don't even know what day it is. That's why I had to slow down for a minute to speed back up. Okay, let's get into it. All right, y'all, quick housekeeping. Okay, if you're a client of mine, if y'all got an email, if you're a client of mine, if you're in my boot camp, or if you're in my academy, or if you're inside of my inner circle. I sent an email out to you guys on Monday, and the reason why I sent that email out was because I want to do something a little bit different moving forward. Y'all know I do tons of trainings for you guys. Those of y'all who are my clients, I do a lot of stuff for y'all when it comes to training, support, resources, things like that. But with that being said, there's so much emails that goes out every single day to you guys. So to lower the amount of emails that goes out to you guys who are my clients, what I'm starting to do, and I got this idea from Crystal Hertz, watching I'm inside of her club level inner circle, and one of the things that I wanted to implement that I noticed that she does is just a once a week like announcement email. So once a week, you guys are going to get an announcement, let y'all know what trainings are going down for that week, what lives I'm doing for that week, and any other things that I'm doing outside of the tribe. Y'all going to know in that email. It will not take away from the live emails. You guys are still going to get an email when I go live, when I do a training live, whenever y'all have to log onto the Zoom, y'all get that information. But the announcement emails are going to be once a week. Okay. So I sent that email out to you guys who are my clients, who are y'all, those of you in my boot camp, my academy, and my inner circle. And you guys replied back and y'all loved that idea. Like, at first I was going to take a vote on whether or not we should do that. But when I was like, let me just go and do it and just see what they say. Because we could always go back to the regular way. Um, you know, let's just go forward and do it. Okay. So you guys really like that idea of me just sending out once a week announcement emails at the beginning of the week. And then when I go live, when I do a training, y'all get an email when the session is about to happen. So I'm happy. See, I'm happy that y'all like, okay, that sounds good. That's good. That sounds real good. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get my coffee. And yes, this is my second cup. Yeah, I got 5 kids. Whoop, I gotta stay up. I'm so tired. All right. Next thing I want to talk about again is my AI for email marketing training. There will not be a training this week. I'm taking a little bit of a break because I have the kids home. Um, yeah, I probably ain't going to hear them in the background because I got my headset on, but they are screaming, yelling, doing all the things that kids do. Okay. But I will be resuming my AI for email marketing training next week. My AI for email marketing is free. Anybody can register for it, whether you're a client or whether you're a non-client. Okay, it's a really, really good training because not only does it teach you on how to leverage AI for your email marketing, I also give other tips. Okay, I don't want to give away those tips here. You got to register to find out. bit.ly/AI for email marketing, all lowercase. So register and sign up, and you'll get notifications on next week. Okay, boom. Now, the next thing I want to mention is my list building boot camp. I've reopened up enrollment, okay, to my list building boot camp. For those of you who are interested in signing up, inside of my list building boot camp, you're going to get trainings, you're going to get resources. We actually help you out with setting up your email marketing for those of you who are lost, and all the things. If you want to find out more information about my list building bootcamp, you're going to have to type the word bootcamp in the comments. And this is across the board. I'm live right now here on Facebook, but if you are watching this on YouTube, on Instagram, and wherever else the team puts this video up, just type in bootcamp and I'll reach out to you and give you information. Today is April 24th. Right now, you can sign up to get inside of my list for the bootcamp for free for 31 days. You get a 31-day free trial. Okay, right now that's the promotion I'm doing right now. So that way you can sign up for it, you can check it out, see how much you enjoy it, and you can cancel at any time. But again, if you're interested in learning more about my bootcamp, just type in the word bootcamp in the comments and I'll reach out to you and give you the information, okay? All right, so the Gap and the Gain, y'all, I'm almost done with this book. Yes, ma'am. I'm almost done with this book. Let me go ahead and grab it because y'all know I like to put it right under my Bible and my daily devotional. All right, y'all, this book, y'all, if you're tired of hearing me talk about it, you better go grab it yourself. I'm almost done with this book. I'm actually on page 122. Y'all know I shared when I purchased this book. This is an amazing book, y'all. Like, I'm learning so much. Oh my God. I'm just learning so much. I read about 8 to 9 pages each day because I'm trying to not only read this book, I'm trying to dissect it. Okay. And just take in all this great nuggets and great information that I'm reading for this book. This book is by Dan Sullivan. Okay. And I read this morning, this is on page 113, where he talked about every 90 days you can change your life. Every 90 days you can change your life. Now, sometimes we know all these things, but a lot of times, just especially for me, we need a little bit of reminder, especially when we're going through a season in our lives where God is really testing us and the devil is really trying to run us ragged and everything. And sometimes it's good to read those reminders of that, the fact that I could change my life at any point in my life. I can reinvent myself. I can change my mindset. I can not think this way or not react when certain people want to try me. I can do those things. I have the power to do those things. And even though we know that, sometimes we need a reminder of that, because when we're going through seasons of trial and tribulations, we only see the smoke. We only see the clouds. We don't see the sun, right? So I love this book. So you can grab a copy of this book on Amazon, but I want you guys to use my link. My link is bit.ly/live in the gain. That's pinned to the comments here. bit.ly/live in the gain. That's all lowercase. Go ahead and purchase that book, but please grab it through my link. Sister to sister connection, y'all. It's the last housekeeping before we get into today's content. We do a talk show. Tawanta and I both do a talk show called Sister to Sister Connection every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the link is pinned to the comments. Just go ahead and make sure you subscribe, okay? So let's get into today's conversation, which is why are people not signing up for your email list? Number one, this is top reason why people are not signing up for email lists, because you're not talking about it, okay? You're not talking about it. You're not promoting it. You got to talk about it every day. Your 50th time talking about people joining your email list and providing a link could be that person's first time hearing it. Okay? For those of you who are out there promoting your email list and what have you, you got your landing page up or you got your email opt-in page up and you're talking about it, you're posting about it, and this is your 50th time doing it, and you're, again, going back to what I said before, you're getting discouraged. You're saying, oh my God, this is not working. This is not for me. You got to understand that when you having those feelings, that means that you are moving in the right direction. That means you need to go more and you need to go harder. Okay? Because sometimes you feeling tired or weary is a sign that you're doing it as much as you're supposed to be doing it. And you shouldn't stop doing it. You should keep doing it. Because that 50th time of you posting about it or you talking about it could be that person's first time hearing it. Okay? Some of you have thousands and thousands of people following you. Some of you have thousands and thousands of people on your friend list. It could just be that person's first time checking out your information and say, oh, such and such has an email list. Let me go ahead and click the link and sign up. So you got to keep promoting it. Okay? Don't just promote it for 2 months. Don't just promote it for 3 months. It needs to be something that is always talked about consistently and constantly. All right? Number 2 is you may not have a lead magnet, right? This is tried and true. Lead magnets still work. How many of you have signed up for somebody's email list through a lead magnet, right? Where that person offered you a teaser or something just to give you a taste of what they had to offer, right? Or a trial or something to get you on their email list, and you said, okay, why not? Let me drop my email so I can check this person out and see what it is that they have. Oh, this free resource is probably something I need. Let me go ahead and sign up and get on that person's emails. Lead magnets are a quicker way to get people, a faster way to get people on your email list. Now, what type of lead magnets can you promote? And this is across the board, whether you're offering courses, services, or you're in network marketing. You could offer an ebook. You could offer a checklist. You could offer, I have a client named Yoko Tyler. He offers a quiz. He has a quiz called People Pleaser Quiz. If you're interested in getting a link to that, go ahead and type in the word quiz in the comments, and I'll drop the link for you so you can check it out. I have a client named Sonia. She's doing a webinar teaching people how to do podcasting. Actually, her webinar is today, I think. Is it? Let me go ahead and check. Since I'm shouting her out, let me go ahead and check. I think her webinar is today. I do. I don't want to make a mistake. Yes, her webinar is coming up very, very soon. So let me just go ahead and drop the link here so you guys can sign up for her webinar, okay? For those of you who want to grab the People Pleaser quiz for my other client, Miyoko, go ahead and type in quiz in the chat, and I will definitely send you the link. Because if you're a people pleaser, okay, and I've been guilty of that too, I'm still learning how to stop being a people pleaser, go ahead and type the word quiz and I'll give it to you. So, because I feel like if you're an entrepreneur, there's a part of you that is a people pleaser, which is nothing wrong with it, but you got to make sure that you're pleasing the right people and also pleasing yourself first. So, again, for those of you who want to learn how to 5 pitfalls to avoid when podcasting, go ahead to bit.ly/April webinar 24. This is, I just put it in the chat there for you guys. All right, here we go. All right, so you could do a webinar, you could do ebook, you can offer a quiz, you could offer a pre-recorded video training, a challenge. There's so many ways you can do lead magnets. Okay, again, a lead magnet is a great way to grow your email list. Now, I want to stay on this lead magnet thing for the rest of this conversation because I get asked this question all the time. Should you do different lead magnets? You see people do it all the time, or somebody told you to do it. I'm going to tell y'all what works for me and what has worked for my clients. And I teach and train women all over the world, not just here in the U.S., also outside the U.S. Okay, and my system works. Okay, if you're offering a lead magnet, I'm going to use my client Sonia as an example, who is doing a podcast. Okay, webinar teaching you the 5 pitfalls to avoid when podcasting. Sonia will promote that webinar the whole year. Okay? She's not going to do a webinar this week talking about the 5 pitfalls of podcasting, and then next week she's talking about something else. No. Okay? The reason why I tell you guys not to offer different lead magnets every single week and every single month is you're going to start building a list of free 99 people. I'm saying this because I was taught early on in my business to do different lead magnets. 1 week do this lead magnet, next month do that lead magnet. And what ended up happening was I started getting people signing up on my email list, and all they wanted was the free stuff. And when I will offer something, because every time I have a lead magnet lead to offer, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll wait. Because next week they were like, okay, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to get another resource or invite to another webinar or get to download another ebook. You don't want to offer different things, different times of year. It should be the same thing. Okay, so my client Sonia, she's doing hey, I see you, Sonia. Good morning, sis. She just hopped on. In her webinar, she's going to do her webinar, and she's going to do that same webinar over and over and over and over and over again. Why? Because you convert people faster. If you're offering different things, right, every single week, every single month, you're doing something different, you're offering a different freebie, different resource, you're going to have people who are going to only want free all day long. And they're going to stay on your email list. They ain't going to unsubscribe. They're going to go anywhere because you're giving them all, you're feeding them. You're not making them hungry for something else. So using again my client Sonia's example, she's going to do her webinar this week. She's going to give you all some great insight, and she's going to show you how she's going to give you her offer opportunity to where you can level up your podcasting. Now, let's say 50 people sign up, and only 10% of that 50 decides to sign up for her offer. Now those other individuals who are still on her email list, eventually they are going to convert. They're going to move forward. Sometimes people don't get in on your offer originally because maybe they have questions, maybe they are confused, or maybe they're just not ready yet, but you want to keep them on your list so when they're ready, they're going to move forward. I get people who tell me this all the time. She's like, they be like, Letitia, I've been getting your emails for the whole year, and I just decided to move forward. Letitia, I've been in your email list for 6 weeks, and I just decided to move forward. Letitia, I've been on your email list for 6 days, and I decided to move forward. Here's the thing. If I was constantly offering brand new free 99 this, brand new free 99 that, they're never going to convert because they're going to stay on there, and they're only going to get the free, right? Yes. Sonia said, I'm excited to try this. Do I do this every week? 100%. So I do a training called AI for email marketing. I do that training every single week. Same outline. The only thing I change is I may change the slides a little bit. I may spend more time on my offer, right? I may tweak certain things a little bit because AI is always evolving. Sonia's doing a webinar on the 5 pitfalls of podcasting. Maybe in 6 months, those 5 pitfalls may change. She may say, "Yo, let me change number 2, or let me change number 5." So she's going to refine her webinar more. She's going to deliver her pitch better. And guess what? More and more people are going to sign up, and more people are going to convert. So yes, every single week. When should you change? When should you pivot? Like some people say, well, when do I pivot away from doing live webinars? It's up to you. What is your goal? What is your goal? If your goal is in the next 12 months, you want to make 6 figures. That means, or your goal in the next 12 months is to help 1,000 clients. Keep doing it till you accomplish your goal. Don't shift, don't change. You know why I say this? Because for many years of my business, right, I would do the same thing repeatedly, doing something repeatedly that works. Maybe a few times I would get 2 people, maybe a few times I would get 10 and all this stuff. I would just keep going, doing something, the same thing, the thing that worked. And I've seen it worked in other people. And then there was times where I'd be like, well, I know I'm getting 2 or 10 or 20, but I want 100. Right. And I will allow the devil to play with my mind and say, OK, let me shift and do something else. Right. And then I would shift and I would change. I would pivot away from my focus. And then I wouldn't get the results that I plan to get by the end of the year. And at the end of every year, my team would tell you, we do an assessment. Right. Because I'm the leader. I'm the CEO. They follow behind me. Right. And so I would say, dang, if I had just kept doing that thing that worked in the beginning of the year and kept doing it, we would be way further ahead now. But because I made a decision to get off track, get off focus, pivot away from my plan, because yes, I got 2, but really I wanted 20, right? That means I was living in the gap, right? The game was I got 2, even though I didn't get the 20. But if I had kept going in the game, I will allow the power of momentum to compound, and it would have just evolved and I would have gotten even more results. Okay. Another thing about that when it comes to lead magnet, I'm going to end on this, is that it allows you to stop refining on your front end and focus on refining on your back end. I'm going to use an example. My team and I, we struggle with different like membership platforms, right? We were going back and forth to ClickFunnels and Google Classroom and what was that other one? Kajabi and all that stuff. And it was because on the front end, I kept shifting my lead magnets. I kept changing what I was offering on the front end to get people on my email list. I was noticing that the clients that I was getting were not being onboarded efficiently and effectively. And actually my content wasn't organized. Like I would do my trainings, but it wasn't like organized in a way to where you sign up and you be like, okay, I'm going to click here to watch this video, or okay, I'm going to click here and download this. My clients just kept having to search for things and emailing us saying, hey, where's this training? Where's that training? So once I got consistent on the front end and saying, listen, y'all, all we're doing forever and beyond is talking about AI for email marketing until the market shifts. I'll give you an example. A year and a half ago, I did a free training, a free webinar talking about my 5, I called it List Building Masterclass, where I taught you my 5-step process on how to build an email list. I did that particular webinar because at the time my audience focus was growing an email list, right? But then when AI started to boom, I noticed that nobody was talking about AI for email marketing. They was talking about AI for social media, or they was talking about AI for something else. So I said, you know what? And this was I got to give credit to my coach Donnell Winningham. She was like, you got to talk about AI for email marketing. So I started to shift because the my audience focus started to shift. So now I talk about AI for email marketing. My offer is still the same though. Sonia, did you catch that? My offer is still the same. So when I do my webinar, when I do my free training, at the end of that training, my offer is still the same offer. My offer is not changing. But I had to change what the lead in was. I had to change my lead magnet because the focus of my audience was this. Okay? So Sonia, using her as an example, her audience focus can be what to avoid when it comes to podcasting. Because that's what people sometimes think about when they're starting a podcast and they want to monetize it. They want to get it to the point where it blows up. The first thing they think about is, man, I don't think this podcasting is going to be profitable. I don't really think that people are listening to podcasts, which is a lie because I told y'all the other couple of days ago how I think 184 million people listen to podcasts daily. And I said, if you had a $5 offer, and let's say you only converted 3% of those 184 million, you have the potential to make $21 million at 3% conversion, which is very minimal conversion. I mean, conversion could be a way higher than that, but I just use 3% just as a ballpark number. And when I did that live, y'all was like, what? Now, if God is showing you the potential in something, why would you stop doing it? Because if you see the potential, minimum you could possibly make $21 million. Why would you stop doing it? Right? So giving examples like that, showing statistics, showing facts, things like that, and getting into the content. Now, Sonia's audience may shift. Eventually, her audience may shift maybe 2 years from now, 5 years from now, right? Her audience may say, well, I want to learn how to build content, right, for my podcasting. How do I build content, right? And then her webinar will be 5 things to avoid or 10 things to avoid when trying to build content for your podcast. But her offer, right? So you say, yes, offer is still the same. Your offer is still the same. That don't change. Okay? But next question you guys are probably going to ask me is, well, how do you know what your audience pain point is, right? You're sitting back, you're like, listen, I want to grow this email list. I want to offer a lead magnet, but I want to make sure that it's a lead magnet. I may take down this replay, y'all, because I feel like I'm teaching y'all something. How do I know that they want to learn about AI? How do I know that they want to learn about what to avoid with podcasting? Ask them with a question. I remember when I first made one of my first webinars, I was talking about automation, how to automate your email marketing. And I did a free training on that. 5 mistakes you're doing when automating your email list. Not a lot of people signed up, barely a lot of people converted. And so then I went back and I started to poll my group. This is why I think y'all should have Facebook groups because they do help with your market research. So I polled my group and I said, what are the number one challenges you guys are having with email marketing? And by a landslide, people were saying, I don't know how to grow an email list. I don't know what steps to take to grow an email list. So that's when my list building masterclass webinar was birthed from me asking my audience what is their number one problem with email marketing. So you can do the same thing. She can have a group, a little like a research group, and say, hey, what is your number one challenge with podcasting, right? And from there, she gets the answer to what her freebie needs to be. Y'all can do this with ebooks. Y'all can do this with quizzes. I have a client named Miyoko. That's how he built the foundation of his quiz. He was talking about boundaries, but his audience needed help with stop being people pleasers. Because the only way to create boundaries in your life and your business is you got to stop trying to please everybody. Once you know how to control that people pleasing, then you know how to create boundaries and you know how to enforce boundaries. So listen, the answer is always in the market, okay? The answer is always in the aspect of asking questions, okay? And then moving forward with what you've learned. Because sometimes we hear our audience say this, but then we still want to do what we want to do, right? Then we still want to do what we want to do, and that's not good. All right, y'all. I have to go ahead and hop off here and get these kids managed. But before you guys go to bed tonight, make sure you, number one, sign up for my free AI for email marketing training by going to bit.ly/AI for email marketing. Make sure you go ahead and grab this book on Amazon by going to bit.ly/live in the game. Make sure you go ahead and sign up and subscribe to our Sister to Sister Connection YouTube channel. You go to the link that's pinned to the comment, or you could just go to YouTube and type in Sister to Sister Connection, and our YouTube channel will come up. So you just go ahead and subscribe. If you want to learn about my list building bootcamp, where you're going to get tons of resources, tons of trainings, tons of team support, go ahead and type in the word bootcamp in the comments, and I will reach out to you and give you the information on the full details of what my coaching program is about, and also how you can, in fact, sign up for free for 31 days. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for listening. And as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time. Bye, y'all.